finally made some progress on getting all the suspension components assembled and put together, including manufacturing all of the special bushings for the rear hubs. So let's take a look at what's going to be included in this little update, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay, as you can see, I have the rear wheel on and with the suspension, and I've got the front one in position so I could do some measurements to see how things were going to line up with the existing NAERC chassis. Now, so here are the front suspension components, and what we had to do on all of these is in the rear we had to manufacture these bushings right here, because they actually take the 3/4 inch bolt, goes all the way through here to hold these, the top and the bottom, or the bottom and the top, either way, to hold them on. Now, so these are the manufactured bushings here, and then what I used was energy suspension bushings for all of the top where they attach to the brackets. Now, as you can see here, this is the insert that comes with the energy suspension brackets, which are too short. So it was necessary for me to go through and actually cut all new inserts to go through those. Trial fitted the tire using the stock NAERC suspension, and where the body is mounted where it needs to be, a couple things need to change. The suspension needs to move forward about 1/2 inch. Now, the other thing is that the wheel is inset, so about 1 3/4 inches. So what we can do is down here where the mounting points are put in, I can actually move that out with 1.5 inch bar, because actually I don't have the calipers on, and the calipers are probably going to be at least 3/8 of an inch thick, so that'll show the wheel out a little bit more. But so since I'm going to have to move the brackets, I can move them forward 1/2 inch and 1.5 inch bracket to the outside. Now up front, what I needed to do was determine the center line of where the wheels are going to go. So using the laser, I've marked on the chassis out there where the center line of the suspension needs to be. And I've also measured the offset so that I can either determine how much I may have to move those brackets out in here. If I have to move them out this way, or do I move the whole trunk opening? It'd be much simpler just to put the appropriate spacer in there to move the suspension points out. So that's what I'm working on now. And on the inside, I did manage to get the bar mounted up there for the roof to sit on. And then next I'll be doing the roll cage to go across the top of the roof and down the pillars. When I get that all done, then I'll go ahead and secure that mounting plate to the bottom of the door, and then I'll be able to always have the proper alignment. So, still have a bunch of suspension parts over here. These are for the front, and there's the one for the back. So, that's kind of the progress for right now. Still a lot of work ahead of me to get the suspension aligned properly. Then I need to start thinking about a motor. So, anyway, that's my update. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate if you would, and turn on your post notifications, and so you'll get notified on my next update. Thank you, and hope you enjoyed this.